Hey everybody, this is I Am Sporticus. We're going to play some more in our 1990-91 NHL tourney with Stone Cold Hockey PC. Uh, I actually played the three final games of the sweets or the round of 16 and recorded it, but alas, it did not work out. Could not salvage it, so I'll just go over who advances, and we're going to start the game one of the semifinals. First up, the North Stars taking on the Penguins and in a rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals, and also Boston against Montreal in the second game of the doubleheader. Let's head to the results of the round of 16. Well, that's preliminary. Round of 16, Edmonton drops the final game, Game 6 in Minnesota, 4-2, as the North Stars advance. Of course, as you know, to face the Penguins. Minnesota was up 3-1. Edmonton made it 3-2 with a 5-2 win at home. But Minnesota, Dave Gagne scored his fifth goal of the tournament in the third period on an empty net goal to win it for Minnesota, 4-2. Probably the biggest shocker of the first round of 16, probably the whole tournament so far. Boston sweeps Chicago. Ed Belfour did not have a good series. Philadelphia takes out Winnipeg. The series was tied at 2. Philadelphia won the final two games, including the Game 6, 4-1 in Winnipeg. Washington sweeps the Rangers. Hartford, a little bit of a surprise here, as they win the final 4 games. Buffalo was up 2-0, and Hartford took the next 4 games to win it, 4-2. So a little bit of a surprise there. St. Louis had a tough time with Vancouver, but they pull it out. In OT, Brett Hull scores the game winner to send St. Louis. St. Louis led this one 4-0. Vancouver fought back to tie it at 4, but Troy Gamble was unable to stop Brett Hull's slap shot from the point, and St. Louis is going to the next round. Pittsburgh had no problems with my Detroit Red Wings, unfortunately. Red Wings played well offensively, but they just don't have the Tim Shovelda's just not capable of holding his own against the Pittsburgh Penguins offense. And the Islanders lose to the Canadiens in the final 2. It was tied at 2 games apiece. Montreal wins the final 2 games to advance 4-2. So that brings us to the semifinals, the quarterfinals. I apologize. First up, of course, we talked about the rematch of the 90-91 Stanley Cup Championship. Pittsburgh and Minnesota getting ready to square off in Pittsburgh on Game 1. And Game 2, we'll have the Boston Bruins taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Game 1, and I think I put Montreal or Boston at Montreal. It should have been Montreal at Boston. So, and then after that we have Philadelphia and Hartford, and then St. Louis and Washington. That should be a good series. So let's head to the rink and get ready for Game 1. Pittsburgh and Minnesota squaring off. In net, Tom Barrasso for the Penguins. John Casey starts in net for the Minnesota North Stars. I'm going to check something here first. I just want to see Barrasso, 3.00. He's 4-0. And then Minnesota. Casey's been pretty good. He's 4-2, but he's got a 2.44 goals against. All right. Here we go, folks. The drop of the puck here in Pittsburgh. And it's 1 and a 19. Puck battle. Puck battle threshold is 11. 97. And we're going to go to the enforcer table. 5. It's going to be a fight right out of the gate. Shane Churla. Oh, Samuelson. Squared off at center ice. 90. And Churla all over Samuelson as he goes to the ice. Takes the beating. And Churla, +3 stamina. It doesn't matter. They're already at 10. And no injuries the rest of the game for the North Stars. Wait. Okay. So right out of the gate, less than a minute into the hockey game, Shane Churla and Ulf Samuelson square off. Four and a 4. It's going to be an action. 17 and a 15. And here comes Pittsburgh. Mark Recchi. 63. Scores! Oh! Man, what a slap shot. That was almost the red line, and it gets by Casey. Barry on the assist. Mark Recchi's third. Unbelievable that Casey let that one in. It's 1-0. Pittsburgh right out of the box, up 1-0. 3 off the clock. 10. Another action. 10 and a 17. Yager. Jaromir Yager. 72. It's going to be a crease chance. Scores! Yager's first of the tournament. He did not have a goal against Detroit. Rucky and Regina with the assist. It's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Five off the clock. 6. A 2 and 11. Here comes Ulf Dahlin for Minnesota. 36. In the crease. Rebound. Dahlin. Save made by Barrasso. Dahlin had a good opportunity there. And he could not get it past Tom Barrasso. 6 and a 20. That's going to be a puck battle. 87. Both teams deliver big hits. 1 minute left. And that's going to do it. Period ends, and it's dominated by Pittsburgh. Goals from Recchi and Yager. And it's 2-0 Pittsburgh at the end of 1. We head to the second period. 4 off the clock. 8. A 2 and a 20. going to be Brian Prop. 59. And redirect does not connect. And Pittsburgh clears it to center ice. 1 off the clock. 5. It's going to be an action. 5 and a 3. And Pittsburgh's defense is god-awful. And it's going to be Neil Broughton. 48. So from the point, he lets it go. 46. Save made by Tom Barrasso. Pittsburgh brings it out. Four and an 8. It's going to be another action. 10 and a 16. That's going to be Pittsburgh. Paul Coffey. .64. Scores! Paul Coffey with his 6th goal of the tournament. It's 3-0 Pittsburgh. Bob Erie with the assist. And they are high flying here today in Pittsburgh. The Penguins up 3-0. A 1 and a 20. It's going to be a puck battle. 37. And we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be on Minnesota. And roughing call on Johnson. And Penguins go on the power play. Their power play is an 8 against the 6 penalty kill in Minnesota. So it's going to be the +1/+2. Here's Randy Gillen. 76. Big hit by Minnesota. And here comes Coffey. Paul Coffey skating in, 98. And stolen by Mark Tenorti. Tenorti in on a breakaway. Or, no, we'll say it's a 1-on-1, 2-on-2. He's going to shoot one from the point. Scores! Mark Tenorti stole it from Paul Coffey and skated down the right side. He gave it to Bellows, and Bellows brought it back in a one-timer from the point, gets past Barrasso, and it's 3-1. Tenorti's first goal of the tournament, and it's 3-1. Short-handed goal for the Minnesota North Stars. 4 off the clock. 10. It's going to be an action. 5 and a 6. It's Brian Bellows. Bellows, 33. Scores! Oh, man! A rebound in front of the net. Barrasso trying to squeeze it, and Brian Bellows found the opening and took it, scoring his 3rd, and it's 3-2. Minnesota with 2 big goals here in the second period. One off the clock. 1. It's going to be an action. 5 and an 18. Here's Mike Craig. 76. And we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be on Pittsburgh. And Minnesota will go on the power play here in the final minutes of the second period. Here's Brian Bellows. Penalty kills a 5 for Pittsburgh and a 1 power play for Minnesota. So they will be in the +1/+2 power play. Here's the first 68. Nice play by the defenseman for Pittsburgh. Breaks up the play. Here's Brian Propp. Setting it back up in the Pittsburgh zone. 20. Scores! Rebound out front. Propp slams it home, and it's tied at 3. What a second period by the Minnesota North Stars. Tied at 3. And that's going to end the period. A big period for the Minnesota North Stars. Pittsburgh got a goal from Paul Coffey to make it 3-0. But Minnesota scored 3 straight goals, including a shorthanded goal by Mark Tenorti. And they tie it 3-3 as we head to the third period. Six and a 10. It's going to be Pittsburgh. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be a action. It will be Pittsburgh, 13 and a 9. Here's Bob Airey. Bob Airey, 82. It's going to be a slapper from the point. 58. Save by John Casey. 2 off the clock. 3. 16 and a 17. Pittsburgh, Phil Bourque. Phil Bourque. 64. Scores! Phil Bourque. Another bad goal let in by John Casey. And it's 4-3 Pittsburgh. Mario Lemieux with the assist. He gets the only assist. And it's 4-3 Pittsburgh. 1-15. It's going to be a puck battle. 71. Go to the agitator table. 4. So, home agitator, yes, deal 1 hit, which it did not. They don't have an agitator, so the visiting team gets a slot chance. It's Shane Churla getting this from the slot. The wristers scores. Shane Churla with a strong wrist shot past Tom Barrasso to tie it up at 4-4. Bobby Smith and Brian Glenn with the assist. That's Churla's first of the tournament. We're tied at 4. Four minutes off the clock. 20. Another puck battle. 77. Couple big hits from both teams. 3. 10. It's action. 14 and a 2. It's going to be on the defense. It's Lemieux. 81. It's going to be a point chance for Lemieux. 66. Save made by Casey. 5. And that's going to do it. That'll end the third period, and we're tied at 4 as we head to overtime. Penguins, North Stars tied at 4. 3 and a 2. It's going to be in action. 11 and a 17. Here's Randy Gillen. Game over. Randy Gillen, assisted by Coffey and Kevin Stevens, nets the game winner here in overtime. And the Penguins take game one in exciting fashion. An overtime winner by Randy Gillen. His third. Coffey just tearing it up. Scored his sixth goal and had an assist as well. So Pittsburgh goes up 1-0. Now it's Boston against Montreal. Andy Moog in net for the Boston Bruins. Patrick Waugh for the Canadiens. We drop the puck here in Boston. 5 off the clock. 14. It's a puck battle. 52. Uh-oh. Got an injury right out of the gate. Big hit from Boston, and Montreal, their attack will be lowered to a 7. No penalty, though. 2 and a 12. Another puck battle. 73. We're going to roll on the agitator table. 3. And no agitator, so it's going to be the visiting team getting a slot chance. Mike McPhee with the wrist shot. 48. Save made. 5 off the clock. It's going to be an action. 8 and a 17. Shane Corson. Uh-oh. $68. Broke his stick. 6 off the clock. 7. Action. 20 and a 15. Here's Dave Christian for Boston. 84. No, it's a 4. Scores. Dave Christian. Low, hard shot deflects off a skate and into the net past Patrick Waugh. He didn't see anything there. Not happy about that one. Bob Sweeney and Gary Galley get the assist. That's Christian's third of the tournament. It's 1-0 Boston. 5 and a 16. And that's the end of the first period. Boston gets the only goal of the period, and they lead it 1-0 at the end of 1. 3 and a 3. 6 and an 18. Here's Desjardins. Desjardins. I always say. Oh! Desjardins ties it. His second. Almost an identical play from Desjardins to that Christian had. He just let one go, and it deflects into the net past Andy Moog for the goal. Brett Gilchrist and Stefan Richer will get the assist, and Montreal ties it 1-1. Six, 17. It's a puck battle. 35. And it's going to be a penalty. Penalty on Boston. Let's see what they got here. It's going to be a roughing call on Nyland. Chris Nyland gets the penalty. And Montreal will go on to power play. Montreal's power play is a 6. Boston's penalty kills a 7. So it's going to be on the penalty killing +1, +2. Here's Brian Scrutland. 21. Crease chance. Scrutland. 58. Save made by Andy Moog. 14. Scores! Sylvain Lefebvre punches it in, his first of the tournament. Mike Keane and Stephane Lebeau with the assist. And Montreal takes the 2-1 lead on the power play goal from Sylvain Lefebvre. Two and a 13. It's going to be a puck battle. 83. Here's a Lyle Odeline and Chris Nyland, two big boys squaring up here at center ice. Odeline, Nyland. 66. Tough fight. Both players competently clutch with one hand and exchange savage shots. Tension de-escalates. +1 to the puck battle threshold. Also, +1 stamina. So, a lot of aggression played out in that fight. Crowd on their feet. They're happy with Nyland's performance. So the puck battle will go to a 12. 7 minutes remaining in the second period. 6 off the clock. 14. It's going to be a puck battle. 67. Aggression check. High result deals 1 hit +1 hit if they have 1 or more enforcers. Then they create a crease chance. So it's going to be +1 to Boston. They are the red die. And it's going to be a 4 and 11. They will get it. Wes Walz. In the crease. Pucks in front. Scores. Wes Walz gets it past Patrick Waugh. Graham Townsend and Andy Brickley with the assist. That's Walls' second goal of the tournament. Ties it at 2. And that's the end of the second period. Montreal gets 2 goals to tie it, and Wes Walz, with the late goal in the second period, ties it back up. Or takes the lead, I should say. Montreal took the lead with 2 goals, and Boston ties it on the Wes Walz goal. So we head to the third period, tied at 2. We've had a couple of big games here. Exciting games to start this round, quarterfinal round. 1 minute off the clock. 9. It's going to be an action. 20 and 11. Cam Neely for Boston. Neely. 62. Crease chance. 48. Save made by Bois. 1 off the clock. 3. Another action. 3 and an 8. Here's Stephane Richer. 26. Scores! Oh, Stephane Richer. With a beautiful drop pass from Tom Chorsky. And Richer slams it past Andy Moog, and it's 3-2 Montreal. Richer with his 8th goal to take the lead in the tournament over Brett Hull. Six and a 14. 65. Aggression check. A 9 and a 7. This one's going to be 2 big hits by Montreal, and Stephane LeBeau will get a crease chance. .66. Save made. One off the clock. 13. It's a puck battle. 32. Oh, we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be on Boston. And Montreal will go on the power play up 3-2. Boston's penalty kill unit needs a big penalty kill here. 90. Dennis Savard, and they're going to kill it. The penalty is killed. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. 3 and a 3. Whoops. A 9 and an 8. Here's Cam Neely. .39. Scores! Cam Neely all alone in on Patrick Waugh and slams it past Patrick Waugh to tie the game at 3. Cam Neely with his 3rd of the tournament. Dave Christian and Bob Sweeney on the assist. And we're tied at 3 with 6 minutes to play. Could we have another overtime game here? 1 off the clock. 20. It's a puck battle. 55. What do we got here? Will to win. Both teams deal 1 hit. The team with the higher stamina creates a crease chance. It's Boston, and it's Cam Neely again. 74. This one's saved by Waugh. Three off the clock. 9. A 2 and an 18. It's going to be Tom Chorsky. Chorsky. 40. Chorsky from the slot. 92. Big save by Andy Moog. 2 minutes remaining. 1 off the clock. 4. It's going to be an action. Somebody's going to get a good opportunity here. 17. It's going to be Boston. Ken Hodge. 94. A point chance. Ken Hodge lets it go. 70 save made. And that'll do it. We are headed to overtime. 3-3, our second straight overtime game. $20 minutes on the clock in the first overtime. Here we go. 5 off the clock. 4. 7 and a 3. It's going to be on column D for Matthew Schneider. 40. Action grinds to a halt along the boards. 1 off the clock. 14. Puck battle. 52. Oh, we're going to have an injury. 17. And Montreal's attack is reduced to a 6 now, and their power play reduced to a 5. It's getting physical out there. 6 off the clock. 14. 70. Both teams deal a hit. Team with a higher stamina creates a crease chance. It's Boston, Craig Janney. 63. Save made. Patrick Waugh slides over and stops that one. 1 off the clock. 9. It's going to be an action. 10 and an 8. Here's Boston, Ken Hodge. 13. It's over. A turnover. And Ken Hodge turns and fires it past Patrick Waugh. And Boston wins it in overtime. Assist from Craig Janney and Wes Walz. Tough loss for the Montreal Canadiens. At the 12-minute, 10-second mark of the first overtime, Boston wins it 4-3. That's it from here. An exciting pair of games there. Couple overtime games. We head next to, well, I don't know if I'll play this on camera, but Philadelphia Hartford and St. Louis, Washington. Coming up next. I might do that one too. We'll see. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next round of games. Thanks for watching.